Thank God I don't sound as bad as I was worried I would on the fucking recordings. I was terrified. It would sound ridiculous, but I listened to a little bit of the most recent one. It doesn't sound terrible audio quality, at least.
No, I sound
No,
the
that's
worst on.
Oh, shut up, Max. You sound great.
Well, you were coming from an island in the Caribbean using.
That's-
Did you even have a microphone?
I
the Caribbean.
had headphone and I had phone.
Whoa.
Yeah, so not exactly the best sound environment.
Guys, I have something really important to discuss.
Yes.
Okay, next week on Wednesday, I turn 21, so our theme next week has to be the drinking one.
Okay, you caught me, because God damn it. All right, listen, this would have been perfect, because this was literally going to be the setup for the drunk episode.
Holy shit!
Oh boy.
Holy shit!
That is some...
Though, because I'm already gonna get drunk with my parents at a restaurant. So I can do any other night but Wednesday, though.
Any other... Okay, I don't have anything for the foreseeable future, because I'm unemployed right now. So it's up to you guys.
Guys, I'm gonna go to the bar, and we're gonna go to a hibachi place, and I'm gonna get the biggest alcoholic drink they'll sell me. And I'm so excited.
Just get a bunch of fucking...
I've never legally bought alcohol. It's gonna be a whole new part.
I did it in Canada. That was really fun.
Oh, I guess that's good. I've never legally bought alcohol in the United States.
yes, Canada, the land of the free.
I
Also,
should have
happy
Yeah,
birthday.
That's our motto.
Should I?
Wait, actually, real quick, as a side note, what is like a Canadian, like, because America's got plenty where it's, land of the free, home
Canadian
of the...
motto is when you're here, you're here.
No,
When
it's
you're
the Great
here,
White
you
North.
family.
When you're here, there are mooses.
No, it's the Great
So
White
true.
North.
It's
you
meese.
better hope there's not meese.
When you're here, there
There
are...
is nothing scarier in the Canadian wilds than a moose. Let me tell you.
Polar
Research.
bears.
Those
There's
things are
something.
mean, apparently.
I trust my ability to survive a polar bear more than I do a moose.
No, polar bears are vicious.
I
polar
am
bears
more
are-
likely. It's the like. I don't.
They're about the same size, though. Polar bears and moose.
Here's the thing. Anywhere you're
Moose are
going with polar
huge.
bears, you have someone with a shotgun, specifically for the polar bear. And also, I'm way more likely to encounter a moose than a polar bear.
That is true.
And moose are, like, vicious. They're awful.
Yeah, those are mean. They're mean.
They're-
You look at it
Oh
wrong,
my
it's like
God.
an Enderman. Like, you look at it wrong, you're fucking dead.
Okay, alright, hold on.
And
Can
they
I-
teleport and
can I
steal
next
blocks
week?
from your house.
Exactly. And
Our
then you're
next
like, where
biggest
did my
enemy
where
be
did
a
this
moose?
random grass block come from? In the middle of my beautiful home.
Yeah, sometimes I come downstairs and there are just meese in my kitchen. But you know
Yeah.
what it is. It's a moosey day.
I like Enderman. You're starting it off great, guys.
Which, tell you what, here, I was kind of getting pre-ready because I needed some DM lubrication. I'm gonna go grab a beer and then we're gonna start, okay?
Cool. I'm
Yay.
gonna grab a notepad.
Good.
I
Alright. It's nice tree.
That's a cat. Way back there.
Ah. Okay.
Get ready. Is this getting cut out of the? Is the preamble, Max, or is this getting cut out of the video?
I'm gonna keep this in as preamble. I think this is fun for preamble.
Okay.
I cut very little out of the video, except for like the end preamble I usually cut out, and there's some of the preamble stuff that I cut out, mainly
Oh.
waiting for people.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You gotta keep the back and forth. That's the whole heart and soul of it.
I
Wasn't
don't
just
have to
being
keep
kept
anything.
in.
The way that
Remember to
audio
like,
downloads, I
subscribe,
can cut Atham
and,
out of the
follow
episode
our-
completely.
I will.
Gonna make an Athamless episode.
Every single time
Now
he talks,
what?
a loud beeping sound.
Oh, I don't even. There
How
doesn't
they
have to be a
set up-
sound. There can just be nothing. I
Oh.
can literally, it downloads in track for each person, so I can literally not include the Atham.
I will
track.
write
And anyone who says-
transcript
Remember
in the
that.
comments section.
Yeah.
Good luck
And
remembering it.
timestamp it. I can get the real recording from Shad. I get the
That is true.
original.
Every single time you speak, you put a little comment, so people have to scroll
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They check the time signatures. They're like, oh
It's
wait, I'm
even better because I could like make it. I could edit.
I'm
We
waiting
have-
until we're gonna get a fucking we're gonna get like a random YouTube fan who like doesn't know anything about the series, but
Oh,
just kind of
I'm
starts.
very excited for whenever that happens. That is gonna be. That's really funny to me.
Guys, I think we should have episodes where people talk and then you just have in character the other people being like, that's a horrible plan. Why would you do that? Like responding to people's like process to figuring it out when they're out of character. And everyone in character is like, what's going on? No, horrible. I hate it.
You're saying that we should have a commentary episode where we listen to one and we all act in character?
I mean, that was
Yeah,
one of the
that's what I'm
ideas because we've lost a number of the primary, like the recordings from before.
We
So
try and
I was like, hey, what if people did their own character intros and sent me the audio and I edited it together as sort of like a character testimonial thing that I
would be
could put up?
Yeah.
But
So
that's a lot of
fun.
work for people, and I don't want to make people do that.
I mean,
I
we-
would do it if
What
you
would I
were
need to do? Because if you would be willing to do that, I would do that. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, I'd be willing
Yeah,
to do it.
same.
You basically just summarize the events of the You summarize who you are and the events of the campaign through your eyes, and I put them together.
That would actually be really funny where we did a thing where it's like I'll give an objective recollection because I think I am the one who has the best recollection of the thing.
Yeah.
And then we go through each character's recollection of the events. And I won't give you guys any hints because I do want to see what you all remember from the campaign because I do get the feeling some of you kind of forget some details, which is fine. There's a lot of shit going on, which I want this to be a campaign where for those of you who don't want to care too much about like the extended lore, you don't really have to. But for those who
I
do,
care,
you get more
Sean.
out of it. Well, you care about the church's lore at least.
We would do
Yeah.
all of these as in character though. So it's like, what happened last session? And Atham goes on a rant, and Zin is like, I looked at Cyril. We made eye
Like a dude
contact.
with a sword or an
And
axe.
Mean thing
I
tried
hit some dude. I beat. Yeah, no, literally, I was just thinking that. I found an old piece of paper that
said his
says,
hair was shinier than mine.
"Congratulations, Daniel. You're all set, Daniel." From when I went to, I couldn't find paper here, but I found my reservations for my Canada trip.
Huh.
You're all set, Daniel. I love it.
You know
That's
who
the new
does
title. That's
have
the title of
paper?
today's. That's the title of today's episode. You're all
You're all set, Daniel.
This is not canon.
Oh my god.
Sorry, but the funniest.
Cannon! I
What
vote
if
for
I
Dan.
made the quote of the day the episode title?
That'd be
That
cool.
No, that's a terrible
actually,
idea.
Wait,
That's
I take it
such a
back.
great idea.
Lots of times. We
Yeah, no,
say
that's a
stuff that
terrible- that's an
cannot be
awful-
episode titles.
I
Sometimes,
don't care.
though, they
I
should
am
be.
chaos. Sometimes
This
I'll
is
do it. Sometimes I
Oh
won't.
my god.
Yeah. Okay,
Only
someone
the-
put that quote.
Max gets a wide berth of authority in my mind because he is the one who is actually doing all this shit. So I feel like we should give him special privileges for a lot of this.
No.
He is
No,
also
he's an asshole mushroom and he ruined the Underdark.
Cameron.
He saved our lives.
Can't believe you're
Yes, he
speaking
did.
poorly of the dead, Cameron.
Cameron, first of all, he does have admin privileges now, so be careful what you say.
Bullshit.
Oh god.
Kick him out. What? Who said that?
I'd kick you out if I cared.
I had to add it to the quotes.
He's
You're all
just so
set, Daniel.
beneath me.
God.
I just can't. I don't have the energy to. It's
Good
like
try,
Big bad.
it's like seeing an ant on the sidewalk. You could squish it, but why waste the effort?
Okay, all right. We're gonna move on before this gets into
Let's
another fucking worm debate match. Which
This isn't in character. This is Max saying stuff.
Hey,
to
you
Cameron.
guys worm debate whether you're in character or not in
That's
character.
true.
That's
That's true. You
regardless.
guys do it all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, a couple housekeeping items. So I want to have like maybe 2 or 3 at least sessions of just the 3 of us, not hanging out, but like just the core 3 here, and observers, because obviously it was a little chaotic in the Underdark with having 2 guests and then observers and blah blah blah. But we do have a we have a waiting list now. We have a fucking waiting list for people to guest star. I can't already, and I don't even have like the other people I promised to schedule. I feel bad because it's Will, right? Your friend Soph, who has
Yeah.
sent me. He's sent a lot of stuff to me, and he actually has thought out his character, and we've discussed it. And I feel like that was months ago, and now I feel really bad because I'm like, I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be able to include him now because it's taken forever to get through everything. No problem there, guys. Just saying it how it is.
Forever to do everything. Wee.
Um,
Everyone wants to join us, so
but we'll try and get through those soon. But I mean, again, if anybody wants to invite anyone, feel free. But just realize that it might take months for them to get in at this point.
we're just that fancy. Yes, you have to wait months to get on our reservation.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, your D&D.
The line.
You guys should realize that your D&D game, like, you guys should be proud of the fact that your D&D game has a fucking waiting list now to get into it.
That's just how cool we are.
That is how cool. We should do that. With that being said, otherwise it's going to be just more like relaxed, shorter sessions. I think just for the next one or two. I won't spoil two things too much, but we can get into it now. If anybody has any questions, we can try and get back into it. I have a lot of lore written up, like shorthand in on physical stuff, but I need to write it up. But I'll do that later. But let's go back to what we're doing. You guys were in the Underdark. You were fighting all of your big nemesis from the Latin or whatever.
Nemesis.
Greek.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, so you basically what had happened. What? Oh my god!
Wrong fucking channel. You.
No, I didn't say that. So that does count as.
It's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's non-canon.
Cameron.
Understood.
Now, without interrupting, go ahead, Sean.
Yes. So then, with that said, so you guys all faced them off. You guys were fighting a Dark Atham, a member of the Hand, a digit of the Hand or finger of the Hand, whatever Reese decides to be the canon term for somebody who is one of the 5 main members, and whether or not, I don't know if you want there to be 5 main members and then the boss, or if they want the boss to be one of the fingers. I don't know. However you want to say. The palm, he could be the palm, he could be whatever that.
I feel like he should be one of the fingers so he can be the middle finger. So that in the big showdown, Ep can be like, this is what I think of you and your digits. And it'll be fun.
Or what if appealing to your classics...
But Ep only has 4 fingers. Which one's your middle finger?
Yeah.
Ep only has 4 fingers on each hand.
She's got the turtle. She's got the turtle
I
hand.
was gonna say, if I didn't know the 4 fingers thing, but you could have done like, I've taken out every member of your club.
5. We have 5, 4, 3, 2.
Except for you, middle finger. You could also, if you want to be classical major about it. Also, Max, you can leave on your video, by the way, man. It's okay if you want to.
I want to see your gorgeous face.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was hiding it anyways.
Yeah.
Why are you so mean to him, Cameron?
Because he's a dick.
That's you.
Aren't you both from Canada? Shouldn't you get along?
Yeah,
exactly.
Disgusting.
With that being said, what if you could call him the Hecatoncheires? You could call him the Hecatoncheires because he controls all the hands, or something like that. Classical,
Anyways.
yeah, classical major stuff. Anyway, and also, who else was it? It was Isha. It was Dark Atham.
Lear's
and
here chilling with us.
Lear's there chilling with you. That's right. Who is the? What did you want to call them? One of the. What exactly would you say? It's just. Do you want to call them just Aasimar, or did you have a title you wanted to bestow on people of that rank?
They're called the Aasimars or the Apostles.
Okay, the Apostle of Fear. That, I mean, he's pretty famous, so I think that you guys would know that he could maybe be called that if you were familiar with lore, church lore. But otherwise, he was there fighting alongside you against the super soldiers. You did not kill any of the super soldier templates, unfortunately, and a volcanic eruption was caused, or pyroclastic flow, whatever the proper term would be, that lifted the section of Earth you were on up far enough, and then you were sent away by Morchella's awesome main body as the Avatar sacrificed itself, and the fate of that is unknown. You all popped up into the countryside. It looks like of Templon, which is very reminiscent of, green rolling hills, lush forests, not in the same sense as tropical, but just kind of a very peaceful, fertile land on the hinterland of the Templon continent that is very different from the smoggy and crowded New Xantar main city, capital city. Atham sent Dory away with we'll say some servants. That Dory went along to go train and hone his powers in a new home, given that he was rejected from his own. And you guys just kind of are sitting there in the dirt, in the forest, without anyone for a little bit, in quiet, in a very peaceful and early morning light. It's gentle, it's slightly warm out. What do you do? Yes, Soph.
Okay. I was thinking about this because you mentioned the ending last time. Been fresh in my mind. So you said Cyril was laying there, like, kind of freaking terrified.
Cyril was very close to death, and he does seem to have been a little shaken up about what he saw, considering he was also closest to Dark Atham, who seemed to be using a lot of otherworldly powers. So yes.
Yeah. Zin's standing there, but I feel like that was a lot. He's kind of tired. He's just kind of gonna. I was thinking he'd just plop down on the floor next to Cyril. Just go like, ugh. Just to lie down for a second, take a breath. What was you gonna say?
That was a lot. Yeah, you need a break too.
Yeah. Are you okay? You don't look.
Yeah. Huh?
Very.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. We're fine. Yeah. What's up, Eb? You wanted to say something? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Are you looking dirtier than usual?
I had imagined everyone was laying there silently and Eb was going to cause a commotion. So, can we pretend Cyril didn't wave and say, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Actually, no. Cyril says, "Hey, how are you?" And Eb's going to plot over, like, really sullenly and be like, "I just fucking died. That's what's happening. Is no one, like, concerned about that? I mean, yeah, I'm back, but I'm, like, dying, guys. That was, like, rough. That was, like, a lot. I'm, like, not okay." And then Eb's gonna go lie face down in the dirt.
She was gonna be like, yeah, no, I care, Eb. I was
No
almost
one understands me. I'm all alone.
No, come on. We can. I was nearly crushed by a tentacle. I get it. I'm really sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. What do you want to say?
I think it would be a little funny if Sid was a little bit like pouty. He was just kind of like. He wasn't hurt as much as anyone, but Sid's used to getting knocked down. It's a lot. So I don't have. He does. I feel like he doesn't have that much sympathy for Ed for that. But he's also just he's trying to be nice to Cyril right now. He's just, what about?
He's gonna turn. Cyril's gonna turn to Zen. He's like, come on, you get knocked down a couple. We talked about this back in Ravonia. Remember, we both get knocked down sometimes. You got to cheer her up.
It's not that special.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what you got to talk to her. She's 11, Zen, or 12, or 14. I don't know.
I don't know how old it is.
It's she. Don't say it. That's me.
I don't know what it is.
Talk about your sister that way.
I don't have a sister. Actually, no, I don't even reply. I don't even acknowledge Atham saying that. I don't know who Atham's talking about. Sin does not recognize.
Yeah, Atham, do you want to say anything as seeing this? You see the youngers, I guess,
Atham
a
is
little
like
distraught.
focused on a patch of ground where he's like sketching out a bunch of things and connecting a bunch of weird symbols together and muttering to himself.
I want to heal Cyril a bit with my lay on hands, but Eb's ruining the moment.
Eb senses what's happening and feels the tension and rolls across the lawn to Atham to see what he's doing. Like little kid, like on the side and just rolls away.
I thought she was face down in the dirt.
Yeah, exactly. So she rolls away.
She's rolling face down, face up, both face down.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a net. Athem's drawing like a network of almost. It kind of looks like a family tree almost, like connecting different symbols. One being a sun, and a few other ones that are just
He's
sort of
drawing our little
strange.
family.
So that's like you and I'm this shiny dot, and Zin's that kind of lame one over there.
Oh, no, this is events. Trying to piece together a timetable here.
Cool. So it's not about us. That's fun.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's more to do with. I mean, he's gonna circle a very pointy looking emblem. That is Kushim. Is that how you say it, Sean? I've forgotten the pronunciation already.
Yeah, Kushim.
Kushim. That's Kushim. Just trying to figure out how he managed to get this all together and where he's going to go from here.
So he's not your brother?
Yes, a little bit.
He is your brother.
Yes.
And why did he turn out like a jerk? You're like kind of, but like he's like a jerk. What went wrong?
Complicated, really. It took a few centuries, so it wasn't one single thing.
Siblings trying to kill you. I get that.
What? I hate to interrupt. Why doesn't she ask how old he is? He goes a couple centuries.
You can ask. You're kind of in the general area.
No. I'm busy with Cyril. I'm gonna cut back to me later.
Everyone's too busy to ask the real questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
just as planned.
Here,
the real truth is, Eb doesn't know how long a century is, so she assumes it's like a thing. She's just like, oh, all right.
No, I was thinking that too for a second. I was like, wait a second. She probably got it mixed up with something like a decade, but a month is even better.
Yeah, a century, and she's like, so centipedes are bugs, and those guys are small, so it's got to be like.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Couple weeks, maybe?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
That's so good.
Here, I have to switch computers real quick. I'll be right back. You guys continue talking among your characters for a second.
We'll entertain ourselves.
How low is Eb's int?
Eb's intelligence varies. She's very smart about how to rob you, but if you ask her 2 + 5, she won't know the answer.
Yeah. I love this.
Can't wait for the fucking math arc where Atham just pitches all the school.
I love it.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to learn about astral fractals.
Nerd!
In character, Atham say this, and everyone groans around the campfire.
Yeah.
At some point, I think you'll definitely say it. Not right now. Yes, at some point.
Everyone's just like,
We wait for John.
Now we wait.
no, we're
I
all
want to keep talking to Cyril.
I'll just keep a sketch in my little.
Is he gonna say he loves Cyril, or is he gonna be like, I was worried that you would get hurt out there?
Maybe.
Oh my god, is he gonna do the hair flip too?
Oh yeah,
This
totally.
is the stuff of my dreams.
There. I'm happy you're dreaming of Sin and Cyril, I guess.
I'm sorry, are you not, man? Like,
That's
wow.
so true. I sometimes
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I hate being sick so much.
What's good?
You're fucking lame, I must say.
All right. What do we? What's going on?
All good?
All good.
Sean, quickly check my messages, and I also wish. Anyways, yeah, you're back.
Let me check the prayers.
I think it'd be interesting.
So let's go back to real quick Atham and Ebb. I guess Ebb or Atham, roll me a perception check real quick.
Sure. Here, I don't have my dice out. That was silly of me.
You instantly die.
You're dead. Goodbye.
Shit.
You're dead. You're
World
completely
God
rejoices.
fucking damn it. Alright.
My sacrifice for nothing.
No more comes out of the ground and it's like, I killed all of your main antagonists, guys. Let me eat. Now I get Atham's brain as a reward.
He comes out to yell at Atham. He's like, after I clean them all away for you and you just die.
I got 18.
Bro, that's kind of cringe.
So cringe.
I got 18.
Okay.
Enough of this malarkey.
It is pretty clear that Ebb, while being very street smart, does not know technical terms and does not know what a century means. You can see that she relates on some level to the fact that she also has a slightly murderous sibling, but
it's complicated. Don't
yeah.
talk to my sibling that way. Only I can talk bad about my sibling that way.
I don't say anything bad. I just said murderous. That's fine. So, I mean, that would be a thing. Is that you do see maybe. I mean, I don't know. How would you say that you're feeling about like you've had a lot of sibling murder potential, familial murder potential, in your recent past? How is it seeing what you now think are two siblings trying to murder each other?
Ebb turns to Atham. Kind of relieved I'm not the only one with psycho siblings. Not that my sibling is psycho, but they're totally psycho, but only I can say that. But yeah.
It is far more common than you would probably believe.
Well, that's good.
Not good.
Not
but it
good.
is something. What was that?
This loud ringing sound.
I heard some fucking yodel or something.
Let me try something. Okay. How's that? Do I sound better now or worse?
I think you sound better.
Okay, yeah. I my computer had one of those like update noises where like please continue. Normal sibling murder or normalizing sibling murder, Atham to Ebb. It's not that
definitely
great.
Don't want to normalize it. Just saying. Yeah, no. It's unfortunately common throughout history.
Yes. Fratricide. Fraternicide. Fraternities. Eternity. Donuts. What were we talking about? I just died today, guys. And Ebb goes back to lying on the floor.
Somebody quote that real quick for me.
Fraternities, eternities, donuts?
No. I'll do it.
Then, come on, guys. I just died, guys. Add that too. Someone read it. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something clever to say, and actually in real time, I was going through my head about things that reminds me of eternity, and I did get to donuts, and I thought I should roll with it, because it seemed very Ebb-like.
It is. It's very good.
Well, I guess speaking of food, we should probably find somewhere to go. Okay. Where are we? So we're in the Templon countryside. We need to get back to Xanter at some point to deal with that sealing ceremony.
How long do you think we have until we get there?
Good question. I don't know exactly where we are.
Actually, I think I have something that would help.
Shoot.
Eb swishes around her cloak, the cloak of many things. And it's like, so I still got 2 horses and 2 saddlebags I haven't used yet. And then I also have, obviously, I have Boris, my ghost dog, and I feel like at this point I could ride it around like a horse.
Yeah, you can. He's big enough.
So we could all, like, have animal mounts to get to where we need to go. We would be a lot faster than walking.
It's true. This is true.
Very true. All right. I'm going to figure out exactly where we are. I get a... Can I do a check for that, Mr. DM? Or do I just know where we are?
Check. Yeah, you could do a survival check if you want, or I guess survival would be just fucking stars or something. While that's going on, we'll go back to Cyril and Zin, but give me a roll in a second here, Atham, or just save a roll for a second. So Zin, you notice that Cyril after that is trying to be worried about Eb, ever more worried for others than himself, but you can see that he was a little shaken up, being stuck in caverns, facing horrors, seeing space whales and giant worms and whatnot. He's, as much as from what you know in your past, Cyril has not. He spent his time, like, you guys are still young. You've just been out of the monastery for a few years. You haven't seen him for a while, since high school age, but both of you wouldn't have been out of the monastery doing real world work for a while. So, but for both of you, this was a pretty big culture shock, I guess you could say, experience shock, whatever. Real first time being in a very off the map place. So, what do you think Zin is feeling?
So I guess he's kind of looking at him as he kind of Cyril's probably was just blabbering about Eb and making sure she's all right, and Eb rolls away, so she's irrelevant now to the conversation. And Zin just kind of scoffs and kind of just lightly Cyril might be blabbering or going the other way. He just kind of goes bap on his head. He goes bap. Be quiet.
Wait,
I can see.
Wait,
how
you
shaken up
bap
you
Cyril?
I would have bap him on the head.
Sorry, continue. Say your full thing. I apologize.
I would be like, can you stop talking about Eb? You look shaken up. I'm asking
jealous.
you if you are okay. And then his little glow as he speaks, because he realizes this is embarrassing.
Oh, here. There we go. Oh, by the way, now that I'm switching computers, I have my. Oh, that's a leaf. There we go. You can see that. You can see that Cyril is taken aback for a second. He shakes his head. He's like, he looks up at Zin's hand on his head and is. It's like, am I okay? Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a cleric. We have trained for stuff like this to avoid void entities, demonic hosts. I think. I don't know if that guy who looked like Atham was a demonic host or not. He grabbed me with a tentacle, so that was definitely, that at least was covered in the textbooks. The rest of it was a little different than what I imagined.
Zin's just kind of nodding
Okay, maybe I could use a rest. I could use a long rest.
Yeah. Do you need here, wait one sec. And then I kinda like with my hand still on his head, I want to give him some lay on hands to show that I somewhat care. He's trying to be nice. I'll give him like 20 HP. I have a shit ton of lay on hands, and
Yeah, that can be. You can do that. You can feel that as your concern and your whatever little embers of emotion Zin still has left are still burning when they see that Cyril was in danger and is still feeling shaken up from it. And through that, the emotion manifests through the hand to his head, glows with your cheek markings, and you can see that he feels a little bit better through all of it, and he's starting to look a little healthier. And he feels it, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know what to say, but I don't know. I don't have anything else to say, but thank you. I didn't think that you would ever share the angel's blessing with me, but that means a lot. It means a lot to me."
Zin's like, there's like, I can tell there's this awkward kind of like teenage like like emotions going on here. They're both kind of just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Zin's a little, not quite. Well, he's a little embarrassed because Cyril is quite blatantly saying stuff, but he's supposed to be this cool stoic person. He's kind of just like, so I think Zin's just kind of quiet because like that's what uh that's what the friends are for, and just kind of nudges him playfully or what, or just he baps him again. Friendly, like
He baps him again.
affectionate
Is it?
bapping.
Okay, all right. That was a little less gentle than the first time, but appreciate the effort. He laughs for a second and he starts like, this reminds me of our. This reminds me of our time back in the Scalia, the Scholastica at the monastery. We used to play head bap all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just start. I imagine them going like just start bapping each other. It's just like
Yeah,
everyone's doing something. They're just going.
Cyril baps Zin's head back, and
They just keep bapping. This reminds me of high school. You know, that's how you flirted with your crush. You just go.
yeah, exactly. You just punch the shit out.
No, not punching. You just bap him lightly on the head, like you do with like a cat. You go bap.
Yeah.
Anyways, where's Lyra in all this?
They do be bapping though.
They do.
They do be bapping.
They
be
do.
bapping.
All right, well, they seem entertained.
We'll go back to Atham and Ebb. You can deduce that you're. I mean,
I rolled
there's
a
a couple
21 for reference.
For reference, okay. So you can tell that you're decently within the temple on Hinterland, like kind of deep in the forest of Tempelon. There's some smaller towns out here. New Xanter is the main population center. Like 60% of the country's population is within the metropolitan area. So you just need to find a road, and you can probably find a way back, considering you want to get back for the seal ceremony. Thank you for remembering that. And with that being said, you know that based on the stars that you guys weren't in there for more than a week or so, and so you know you have a little bit more time before you get back to the city. But you could try and find a road now, or you could try and just rest after going through such a rough fight. It's up to you.
What?
Trying to think. Eb, do you want to summon the horses and Boris now?
Yeah, I do. Wait, unless we're not gonna go.
Well, we'll say that you've already taken them out of the cloak, and so the horses are kind of now wandering around, just making a lot of noise. One of them is starting to gnaw a little bit on Eb's hair, and the other one is going around sniffing bushes, and they're both shitting everywhere. But they're otherwise staying in.
Are these physical horses or are these like ghost horses like Boris?
Oh
No,
no, these are physical horses.
I pulled
Okay.
out of my cape in full tack and gear.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Well, I'll call one over to me.
Where's Lear in all of this?
Well, hold on. Before that goes, hun,
yeah.
Atham, behind you, you just hear. Eb, give me an animal handling check real quick.
Oh my god, amazing. For myself, to be handled by the horses? Oh, hey, a 19.
One of the horses is listening. Will listen to whatever you want. The other one, you can tell that is sniffing Atham, smells his conditioner, and it's that's why he's sniffing Atham's hair. That's what you know based on your animal handling check.
Atham, quick, give him your conditioner. He needs to luxuriate in it. Stat.
Right. Yeah. I'll go and grab the horse's reins. I know a little bit about managing horses.
This is Horsey 1 and Horsey 2. We will be traveling in a pack.
Mm.
See one and two. Naming on yeah.
Naming on fleek, guys.
Naming on fleek.
Y'all wish you had my sense of wit and brevity. Ooh.
Oh, true.
I am truly humbled in your
Actually,
presence.
it
A
might be
towering intellect.
brevity. Oh my god, all I can say is that's going into the quote of the day that Atham called Eb truly intellect. Or that's
Truly intellect.
You are truly the intellect of all time. Eb truly has an intellect of all time.
It's truly one of the
She has-
minds of all time.
Yeah,
The
it
minds
has.
of all
Was,
time.
of the entire century.
did I mishear that? Like
No.
I'm all close.
While this is all going on, Lear is standing there, sees one of the horses try and get into the conditioner of the group. One of the horses listening to Eb, and one of the horses listening to Atham, or Atham trying to tame one of the horses, and seeing Cyril and Zin pat each other on the head. He's going to go by and interrupt their thing and scoop Zin by the arm, kind of grab him under the arm and lift him up and take him over to the edge of the clearing. I'm like, what in the world do you think you're doing?
What?
You gained your wings not more than 2 months ago, and this is how you decide to comport yourself? Cavorting with mortals?
Looks at the camera.
My dad's right over there, getting awkward. Just gonna wait a sec.
We can wait a second.
I can't wait. I feel awkward.
Is your dad in the room? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm at a hotel right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take your time. You're fine.
Okay,
Oh,
now he's in the other room. Okay, cool. I kind of go I have I was given my mentor. He gave me a mission and try to see it through. I don't want to be with them. I just have to.
Lyra sighs. Well, I can believe the other two. I've seen you how you treat the little green one, but the blonde one. You remember what the church says about attachments for Azamars, but we'll get to that later. It seems to not be the biggest issue right now. Do you remember what the mission was?
I take a glance towards Atham.
Waves.
He went, "Sup, son? What's up?" No, Sid just kind of does that.
Well, you wave too, or you?
No. Sid just kind of like looks over at Atham just to kind of like hint as to what his purpose here is.
I can guess. Okay, listen to me. Did you notice that the person who was controlling all of the heretical powers was tearing seams in reality? Looked a little bit like the man over there that you've been traveling with, apparently.
Fucking racist.
Yeah, I am racist, he says in his head.
Yeah, I know, says a voice in his head.
Good, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Eb's voice sounds there. Hey, what's going on? What are we all talking about?
Get the fuck out of here, all of you. It's getting crowded in here.
Yeah, there's not much room. Bye.
You're not invited to the psychic potluck later with the other ASMR.
It's a church potluck. It's just fucking wafers.
Yeah, and they're all good wafers.
It's heating up.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
no, but
sorry. Continue the serious discussion about Zun's mission.
name of my mentor, Torin.
Torin is the mentor.
Torin, yeah, because I know there's someone else who had a similar name. Yeah, so Torin, that is exactly the reason. Torin told me can't be trusted, so I have to keep an eye on him. What else would you have me do? Did you see I almost killed that other guy?
Mm.
Did you see I almost died? The echo.
No, hush now. Zun's having a moment.
He's gonna be like,
coloring.
Yes, your powers seem to have grown. Wait a minute. Show me your tattoo.
Here, kind of. Well, he doesn't really have sleeves, but he kind of, What about it?
He flexes a little bit more to try and make it fun. It's like, are you flexing right now?
No.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Good. An SMR must always stay flexed. That is the true doctrine of the church.
Yeah, I know. I remember my teachings.
Good. All right. Just gonna take a look at the things. Come back. Yes, your tattoo. It still is at the beginner's length, but it seems you've collected some interesting artifacts. I would be afraid to make conjecture as what it is yet, but he kind of takes a little parchment and kind of scrawls some of it on his. All right.
The axe.
The axe?
The axe head of a Lorik? There was a tomb that went. It just and then at the church there's that other time. It just whenever I've come in contact with it, it kind of just tends to like go burning into my. I don't.
Wait. Which tomb? Which tomb?
The tomb of
What,
Aloric.
Aloric's tomb?
Yes! I just said that. I just said that.
He pulls out one of his. He's like taps your chest, please.
There was. Have you heard of the Cardinal Luce? There was a whole thing back in. I don't remember what it was called. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Anyways, where this dumb cardinal betrayed us, and I really hate him. He's trying to make us look bad, and he brought us there, and there's this whole thing where he tried to steal from the tombs, and he was just really bad. And anyways, somehow, somewhere, got to that coffin, and it just went into my arm. And now it's kind of stuck there, but it looks kind of cool, I think. I just assume that's what happens. Isn't that not what happens when you earn your wings?
For now, just as you catch Lear on what happened with Luce and all that, I've been on a mission in Templon for months now. It's the first assassination attempt since the war on an Asimar. This is a lot to take in. No matter, we still have our mission. I still have my mission. We've unfortunately failed in our assassination attempt on both the Black Hand agent who was responsible and the Minervans, which I'll give a brief that everybody can kind of hear right now that Up kind of explained. He's like, listen, he kind of takes you a little further away, and he goes, the Minervans and the Black Hand seem to had a deal struck where they would get parts that the Templon murders, the Nuzanter murders that you investigated, I believe that you had just told me about. We're getting parts for the Minervans to experiment on for their super soldier program. That's what I was fighting in the Underdark for the most part. Those soldiers that you fought as well and the rest of your compatriots. They're not together, but it seemed that they struck a deal for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it can only mean bad things.
Two birds,
at the very
one
least,
stone.
Would you say?
Be two birds, one stone. Does not make it somewhat easier for us? We know we're both of them. If we know they're both working together, we don't have to track them down separately.
Perhaps, but we missed a crucial chance to assassinate two leaders of their organizations together. Isha is obviously of the Black Hand and is one of the most dangerous assassins in the world. And whoever the leader of the Minervans is, for some reason, seems to be targeting the Aasimars now, and he has powerful super soldiers to do it. Whatever the reason, they seem to be contracting with each other, and they wanted Aasimar parts, he points to his body, to do it. Fortunately, their ambush on me didn't work, and I tried and almost was able to kill them, as well as you were, but to what end, and why now? What is that little one who she seemed to know the Black Hand figure?
From what I get, she has connections there. She doesn't mention stuff, and she's kind of short, so I don't really pay attention. You can't really, you don't really converse with devils. But seems connected to it all, and
Well, here's what I'll tell you. Pay attention from now on. Did you notice that they seem to know each other deeply? They said something about... What was it? It was subject... He mentioned that seemed to rile Isha up for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, and if it didn't do that, it could have fucking killed him. Sean lagging for y'all, or is that me?
He is a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
He lagged.
He mad lagging.
Mad laggy.
All right, how about now? Am I better?
I think
Better.
so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm moving rooms real quick.
It's okay. I'm also having issues. It's fine. But he's gonna be like, good. Well, they might have gotten away this time, but in the future with this information, perhaps we can make sure that the enemies of the church know fear.
Yes.
But I agree with Torrens. I agree with Torrens' assessment that you should stay with them. But this time, I understand that listening and waiting was never your strong suit. But as much as combat, knowing people and knowing their spirits and their souls is as important as any other duty of an Azamar. Listen
Do devils
to
even
those you are
have
traveling with. Okay, I've fought many devils in my time. Those two, I know one's a tiefling and one's something. He looks human, but something feels off about him. I know
He's really
that they
old,
look
I
like that.
think.
Well, listen. Part of being an Azamar is intelligence gathering. You need to listen and ask questions.
Okay.
I heard him saying something about centuries a second ago. It doesn't sound like he's very secretive, so you should try and just ask him stuff and
Isn't
write
that
it down.
A span of 10 years? Pretty
Oh
old.
Oh my
so-
god. I, the angels, give me strength.
I don't get it.
Okay. You know what? Don't interpret any
Why?
of
I'm not secretive. It doesn't matter.
I love that Atham keeps no secrets about himself, puts it out all the time, but everyone trying to find information about him is just so
I know.
converted by everyone else.
I think Zid just forgets. Okay, wait, 1 sec. I have to do one thing. Can I give it? Wait.
This is a great like lore representation of the whole like psychic deflection thing when everyone just for some reason is like, nah, don't
I
worry.
know.
Ask.
Yeah, it's just I'd be too much trouble. It'd be too complicated. You go on a rant.
Wait, was this a special power you were going to give him, but me and Soph's characters just deciding that it doesn't matter completely voided that?
Well,
Wait,
no,
what?
the class that he chose has a special power that's like it's not special. It's like a minor power where it's like if he doesn't want to be seen, has like a thing of haze around him that most people will not know.
Oh, he keeps freezing. Johnny boy.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. There's a thing where in his class where it's like if he doesn't want people to notice him, he just looks kind of hazy and people kind of quickly forget him. So I was just saying this kind of fits in with that a little too well.
That's true. Well, maybe then we could pretend we're not that stupid, or they're not that stupid.
It's just
Atham-
Atham just plucking it from your mind as soon as he says it.
God.
No, they're just kind of dumb.
They're just a little dummy.
They're a little stupid.
They're a little
Party
dumb.
of himbos.
We're just quirky like that.
Angels give me strength.
Anyways, back to Zen mode.
Back to Zen mode, yes. So you guys are going to continue talking like that for a little bit. Atham, so you kind of have had this new revelation. You've talked a little bit to your family member now. You've just been slapped with a lot of information. How is Atham feeling?
Oh, he's very task oriented at the moment.
Mm-hmm. What tasks is he? He's trying to compile like a theory on how, like, what the timeline is, basically of Kushim's.
I need you to give me my task.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Live in the moment, man.
Hey, I've got a lot of tasks. I can do any of them if you want me to, but I'd like you to be able to choose it. But yeah, so he's focusing on. He's very future minded at the moment. Very looking forward, trying to piece together. At the moment specifically, he's just trying to fill in the gaps where he didn't see Kushim. throughout history,
Mhm.
and it's just trying to piece together a timetable in the hopes of figuring out what his next move will be, which he has a pretty good idea of, but not exact.
Eb, I want you. Okay, if that's how we want to play it, then Eb, I want you to roll me a religion check real quick.
Woo! To the cool cats.
I'm not gonna say for what. Just roll me the religion check.
11. Dear holy thing, I need
You're gonna
to
hear. You're gonna hear in your mind. Bzz. Hello, Eb. I am the great bee.
Spicy nugget? Is that you?
No. What? No, I just said it was the great bee.
Nugget!
I am the great bee, Eb. You owe me a great deb. I try and rhyme when I can, but I don't always do it. So, if you want to say anything, stew it.
Your rhymes are very bad. They make me very sad. You are the king of bees? Why is it you want to talk to me's?
Hit
That was
bars.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
Eb with the bar.
Absolutely
You-
street
you-
styled it.
Yeah, with those street smarts, you must have really put on your thinking hood. Because he was rhyming good with hood there. That's why he said that. Anyway, not he. What am I talking about? Also, I am genderless. I have no gender. I am the god of bees, the great bee.
God. Sick?
Yeah, it's a little problematic that you assumed I was the king. Come on, it's better than
Yeah.
that. Anyway, back to my
Scientifically,
bellowing
they would
voice.
more likely be a queen.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Now back to my bellowing voice. I am of the nature gods. I have taken over your contract. I am from Rhodia. Bontract.
Contract. Cool. Sup, Contract? So you're the bee god?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes. Yes, I am. Bontract, that is definitely my name.
Good, okay, because I thought you said that, and then it was just too awkward for me to try and ask what your name was, because you had been talking for a while, but I really hadn't been paying attention. Because do you hear that weird buzzing noise in the background? It's like the back of my head, and Eb's gonna hit herself, like right behind the ear, and shake her head.
Don't do that. They don't like when you touch the the skull. The leader of Rhodia is a giant bull. That is true canonically.
I fucking hate the bee god. Fuck him. Get out of here. I've been holding back. Now he's treading on the lore. That piece of shit.
I am so intrigued now. So, cool. You took over my contract. Do I, like, have to make bee puns all the time now? That wasn't a catch last time. He just specifically said I couldn't make puns about being undead, so I'm wondering, like, what the opportunities are.
Oh my god, the actual visceral hatred of Cameron is delectable. But he's going to the bee god is going to say, "No, you don't have to make bee puns, but they would be appreciated, Huns, honeys.
This guy
anyway.
not to be.
To
Not-
be or not to be? That is
Yeah, okay.
the question posed to you, Eb."
Well, I was gonna say the same thing, because that's my best bee pun, but I guess to be?
Well, listen, and don't you be dissing. In Rhodia is the god of has the gods of nature. And your contract was dangerous, unclaimed like that. So we kind of did this as a solid to you since you are a Rhodian descendant. And it doesn't Bodian well if you don't have a contract fulfilled by another god. It's free for the taking. I like baking.
Solid.
Wow, really thought I had a contract? Glad I met you, Bontact.
See, now you're getting it. And there's no forgetting it.
There's also no betting it, because this is about to be the... I can't think of a rhyme, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's part of the religious practice to not do well at puns sometimes or rhyming sometimes.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it in the future.
Good. Out of character, if you remember, you had a blank contract signed with a case, and then the demons that the contract was originally with all died, or were banished. So Cameron / Atham had been carrying your crystal contract around that had the part of your soul, and then you rolled poorly on not poorly, but you rolled in such a way that the luck chance.
It's all a natural one, poorly.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
So, the bee god just kind of took it over because you got in you have Rhodian blood in you, and that created a powerful bond that the bee was like, oh, here's a free contract, let me take it over. So the bee god's going to be like, I will keep your contract as I am bondtract for as long as you need, if you should need the powers of the bees. Duh. I will give you bee powers.
Absolutely phenomenal. I hope we can work together like a sword where I'm the blade and you're the pommel.
You are already the best disciple. I must go now. My hive needs me. Bzzz.
To you too.
What have I done? What have I become in my quest for power? Also, I like how it's like intense combat where somebody might die. Everybody's away. It's like bee god puns. Everybody's dead, paying dead attention.
I'm excited for Eb to need something from the bee god, and I'm actually gonna try and rhyme every single prayer I make to the bee god. I'm really excited about this.
I did not practice enough before I came up with that gimmick for the bee god. Although then again, I knew it was going to be horrible, so I just kind of let it be because I thought that everybody would like that anyway.
Let it be.
Oh my god! Also, I was going to say,
You said it yourself.
if you had any objections with the contract being taken over, just because I thought it would be funny. Last minute kind of a thing, which was like, oh wait a minute, all nature gods are generally Rhodian deities, and she's Rhodian, so I thought that would work out pretty well. So if you have any objections, you can voice them now. I didn't know if you would be angry that I did that or not, so I just okay.
I have no qualms. This is going to be interesting, and you're going to be the one to regret it.
I already do, very much so. This is being recorded for all eternity right now. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Atham, feel free to try and dissuade Eb for a second here. I'll give you a second to try and dissuade Eb off the path.
Dissuade Eb? You can't dissuade Eb. The fucking creature's got a hold of her soul.
Exactly. Try and tell
the fucking bee has got in his fucking bee hands. Those things don't let things go. They are parasites!
So upset.
Long-term plan, do you think I can switch it so that the bee is my patron and I'm the god?
I don't think that's how
You
that
don't want to
works.
be
I
a
think you
god,
mean
but I
you
would
are-
think that's a great idea.
I think you mean that you want to be the patron of the bee, because the patron and the god are the same thing.
Yes,
You mean-
and I would be the god.
We could stick the bee god in a normal bee.
Make it a bee.
Make it just like a little bee buddy.
Just a bee.
Let it be.
Interesting
guys.
concepts. I will talk
I'll
to
let
my
you
Gene
muse on that
Smiths
one for a
this.
second. I'll let you
Let
guys talk
him
on this. I'm going to go to the
be.
bathroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Are we all taking a body break? Because I also need to pee.
Sure. Go pee. Let this
Yay!
go
Oh my god, thank you.
out of you.
Bee God is superior to the Church of Purity. Fight me.
Hey, fuck off! That's just mean. That's rude. And uncalled for. And it hurts my feelings. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. What?
I'm back. Better than ever.
I'm back and better than be ever. I mean, okay, wait. Wait a minute, I'm just kind of processing what you said a second ago there, Reese. Are you wanting to have an ascension arc too now?
No.
Want is not the word I would use. Need is the right.
No.
Oh god.
No, I can't.
Listen, I am
Yeah.
forbidding anyone in this party from becoming a god right now.
I already fucking am. Shut
Great.
up.
Eb would be an amazing god. I hope you guys understand this. Eb has the best god potential out of all of the characters.
I already am one.
You're not okay. You're not a god.
I'm pretty damn close.
Oh
I
my
basically
gosh.
call. You can call me one. You can basically.
I don't know. I had an entire civilization worship me.
Look,
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna start killing you guys if you start this bullshit.
Hey, I killed
right
the
now.
civilization. That doesn't count.
Yeah, they worshipped me, so I killed them all.
Yeah.
You're just letting lore parts go that you guys are not earning because you're not asking the right questions.
Oh, we already covered this. I thought this was established.
You guys who all
No.
danced around the subject. Nobody explicitly asked any
Well,
questions.
that
about
wasn't
it.
my fault. That's not my fault.
Being put down if she doesn't know what a century is. Homegirl's confused all the time.
Listen, Sean. This is the only way Lore's getting out. It's nothing else is sticking.
I'm so close to going the full like plankton from SpongeBob route where it's like, all right, you've lost your brain privileges, and I'm going to fucking revoke all of your characters.
I feel like Atham is so fed up with the fact that no one asks him about his backstory. That's why he starts feeding us information, because he wants us to ask, but he's too proud to be like, why won't you ask about me?
yeah.
That's
You
what
know-
you all do. You all do that shit with each other where you're like, I'm so dark and mysterious. Why does no one ask about my tragic backstory or whatever? You assholes.
It's for a beautiful character arc. God, Sean,
My backstory isn't tragic. I had a great
Just the
time.
rest of it.
That is not at all true. All of your backstory.
Atham
is tragic.
doesn't see it as tragic.
Oh, geez.
Atham has the
That's
same
the
problem as
important
you.
part.
You cannot process emotional trauma.
It's not tragic if you can't process it.
Oh my god. All right. We're going to go back to all right, all this shit's going around. You've got a bunch of horses eating shit all over the place. You've got a ghost dog, Boris, now. Ev is having a religious moment. Cyril is watching Zin in a confusion as Zin and Lear are talking about their mission. Atham is writing equations in the dirt. You're in a clearing right now. You could theoretically rest here, or you could try and find a road. Everybody's pretty beat up. What is the?
I mean, it seems pretty calm here, right?
Yeah, it's a nice place. It's a little clearing and a bunch of bushes with some trees.
Nothing bad could happen in an open clearing, right?
Well, how badly is everyone hurting?
Bad.
I am not good.
Bad. Cyril?
Cyril's not doing great either.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll camp. I'm doing all right, so I'll stand watch.
Nap time.
All right, Sony painting a picture here about how they're setting up their camp. Let's get into this a little bit. Come on.
Okay. I guess so. They start doing the camp setup stuff. I feel like I don't know. Zin will start doing his part, and maybe Cyril would come over, and they start doing stuff. And I can imagine. I mean, I can't really control Lear, but I can just imagine Lear just being like dragging Zin. What the fuck do we just talk about? Just trying to like force him to like not be right there. He's just kind of like the older brother who's just like, what the fuck, you know? Like,
You learned this in Paladin survival class. What is wrong with you?
I try to like just do it myself, and he's just not allowed to be in 6 feet of mortal COVID.
All right.
I don't know.
Asmar 10
I'm
is here.
blabbering right
No,
now.
Asmar 10 is here. Zin. The others can stay over there. We don't need the fire. We don't need the whatever. Just you went over this in Paladin class, all right? All right, you don't go over there. I'm gonna fix it up. You can sleep in there if you're a real Asmar. If not, go be immortal with the rest of them.
Well, Lear's
fine.
in. He looks up, and Eb has moved the entire campsite back to how it used to be, like up next to Lear and Zin's tents, almost closer. Like just like cartoon Tom and Jerry style. You don't even notice it's happening, but it's happened.
Blocks that off with like a circle around. Like we take like a stick and draw a circle and be like, this is Asimar land, and these are for your mere mortals. That would be so funny.
You see, Lear's like has a stick in his hand. He's kind of like weighing the ash. He's like, I just fought for my life. Is this really what I'm going to be doing?
Yeah, I noticed you guys. Yes. Your tents blew away, and I just figured, we'd want a group campfire session. We could make s'mores and sing songs. And did you hear that I almost died today? Eb is trying to shake Lear so that he pays attention to her.
Talking to us again.
His eyes go yellow for a second, and he get your hands off of me. He flips them away. It's like, you keep doing that, and you'll wish you did die down there.
Okay, well, I'll leave, but only because I want to, not because you told me to.
Yeah, I'm gonna beckon Eb over. We're gonna start making a fire with some marshmallows. I want Lear to make 3 intelligence saving throws.
Oh my god.
We've been in this camp for more than an hour. Would you say?
I guess at that point it's not unrealistic. Oh shit! Hold on one second. Let me roll dice. I would say just be very careful about antagonizing an ASMR at this point. Cause,
Oh no, this is this is undetectable and will not result in any effects on Lear himself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
Can he just?
What the fuck is going? Oh my god. Sorry.
Tell me how many he fails. Intelligence saving throws.
What's the DC?
17.
All right. Yeah. Roll dice again. ASMRs have quite good DC. D20s, 3Ds. Okay, let's check.
DCs. They're not using the DC. I'm using the DC.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Just
Intelligence?
not intel. Well, I mean,
We know that's not true.
paladins get generally good, bonuses to saving. Is all I'll say.
To wisdom.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
get like
to
really
wisdom and
good saving
charisma.
throws.
I mean, they get also a lot of them.
I know the game.
A lot of them have advantages on just saving throws in general.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
especially
Okay.
ASMRs.
He fails. He's gonna fail one.
All right, let me check the thing.
He
That
shits
still
his
might be-
pants. Atham makes him shit his pants.
The dreaded brown psychic note. Listen, you said it, not me.
You described it.
I did not describe it. In
Brown is
fact,
a
you guys
descriptor.
described it. I provided the question. You provided the answer. Okay, let me see here. All right. I learn key memories from the past 12 hours.
Okay. So,
Which I'm assuming would encapsulate that last conversation with Zin. You're muted. You're muted. You've been muted. You're still
okay,
muted.
all right. Yes. Okay, thank you. Hold on. I need to sneeze now.
Bless you.
Oh, well, great. Now that. Oh wait.
Woo!
There we go.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. So you kind of see him running through some of the you see him running through. You try and scan his brain for the maximum amount of time that you can. You see him running through the alleys in the Underdark. You see him fighting off quite well, if you can notice, the super soldiers that you did fighting Isha in the dark. And in fact, you kind of see that little episode where you guys were being, going through the Underdark. And you see that Isha and Lear were actually following you guys almost the entire time. While Lear was preventing Isha from having free reign at assassinating one of you, and was actually doing a pretty good job. Then there was that part where Zin tried to go back and immediately got shanked by Isha. If it wasn't, or would have maybe died if it wasn't for Morchella pushing them out of the way. If we can all remember that saga, you remember that, Morchella? You remember those good old days?
He doesn't because he's dead. That's the joke.
Whoa! And then you get a little bit of the conversation and what's it up till then. But you can tell that Lear has been trying to do this sort of mission to assassinate the Minervan leadership and, if possible, find the Black Hand leadership that was in contact with them as well. And you get a little bit of the conversation that we just talked about. As you do, though, you almost feel a sudden presence, kind of like you're an observer watching in a movie, and then somebody behind in the seats behind you, almost you kind of feel them menacing about to place a hand on your shoulder behind you.
Yeah, okay.
Do you leave or do you kind of?
I mean, can I metaphorically turn around?
You can if you would like. Yes.
Sorry.
You sent him another thing, Max. God damn
He
it.
did. He's been constantly messaging me.
Constant psychic commune.
Yeah, no, I metaphorically turn around. I'm pretty sure I don't see, but let's go.
Wait, what do you think is Atham's greatest fear?
Oh, well, I could press to you.
Well, actually, tell you what. Roll on a d20, and I based on one being the least scary thing. Okay, one being the least scary thing, and 20 being the scariest. Depending on where you go on that scale, I want you to see what it kind of looks like.
All right, D20 going up. 18.
All right. So you kind of see what looks to be like Atham, actually, a repeat of Atham, but starved. Their eyes with the 1,000-yard stare, coronated it with some kind of special halo. That's not exactly purity, but it's also not. It's also got a similar energy to that you don't see many other places, and just eyes that speak of an endless, tired march and duty that can only come with something that you are forever damned to. And you see that staring back at you for a second before the image dissipates. And you see for a second what looks to be like Lear's eyes glowing yellow, which sticks out from his purple armor. I believe you had said that his armor was and coat and everything like that was colored purple, correct, Soph?
I think that's his color. Yeah.
Yeah,
White
yeah.
and purple is usually their like white and then something else.
Yes. So you see that for a second, and this is
Yellow?
another time. His eyes are glow yellow, but his the Asmar themselves, or at least Lear, has kind of a purple and white color scheme, where he's kind of different from other church going members, where he is allowed to have a dash of color in his uniform, which you will know. For Eb wouldn't know, but Atham might know that in church doctrine that is considered a high honor to be allowed to use your own personal color scheme along with the uniform, because given that their obsession with purity. So Azamars are allowed to sometimes use their own colors because they are such high up on the food chain. So his color is purple. Soph's words, not mine. Looks like a lollipop. With that being said, no,
I thought it was a dark and spooky type of color.
No, it is. I'm just messing about. So with that being felt, that's kind of like a similar energy that you felt in Zin's mind when you had tried to read him many sessions ago, as you can imagine. The fire is now lit, and you can see that Lear kind of shakes it off. His freaking mortals, psychic shit, weird, whatever. You can see that he takes out one of his sickles and puts a marshmallow on it, and goes up into one of the trees where nobody can see him, and just kind of drops the sickle down where the point is right above the fire, but you can't really see the rest of him. And just sits there while he's slowly roasting his marshmallow to perfection.
I love him so much. He's so silly.
What does everybody else think they're doing to prepare for night times? Anybody excited to go to bed? Anybody not feeling like going to bed? You want to?
After we stay and watch all night,
okay,
he won't be sleeping.
Okay.
I want to say I'm still freaking out because as she has been yelling very loudly, she did almost die, guys.
Yes, multiple of the characters, this was one of their first like true near-death experiences, and also for some of you, I mean, Morchella is gone now. Dory left as well with some spirit guides, we'll say, psychic spirit guides, just for sake of the campaign. How are you feeling about that as well? Is anybody feeling anything about Morchella being kind of left behind?
So I physically, I like to think that if they're having like a campfire thing, it's like on the opposite side of the mortals because that's what Lear told him to do.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of just sitting on the other side of the fireplace. I don't know if he has a marshmallow. Maybe he does, but he's sitting there. He never listened to the mushroom much, but maybe he's thinking a little bit about those words, but he doesn't really get them. He's kind of just thinking like,
Cyril's actually going to mention. Cyril's going to mention real quick. He's like, now that I guess I've had a second to think, do you think that Morchella's going to be okay? It's hard to imagine that entity really ever being in danger, but I mean, we did kind of leave them in a sore spot there.
I don't think so. It was just
He'll survive in some form or another. He might not have its mind. It might not have its mind when we see it next, but it'll be fine, relatively speaking. Morchella is spread out throughout most of the world. I find it likely that Shim would be able to destroy all of him at once, especially with the lack of resources that he has.
Well, I mean, Ev, are you okay? I know you keep saying you died, and I mean, like, you seem to get along pretty well with Morchella. I hope their disappearance is not affecting you too much.
Eb is roasting like 5 marshmallows on a stick with a bunch of little branches coming off it, so they each have their own branch. And very solemnly, she's gonna say, well, he's part of the cycle now. I guess that's one good thing.
Yeah, they kept mentioning the cycle. Like, did you ever get what they meant by that?
Cycle is baseline reality.
Isn't it just
good and evil?
Life and death and life again? Followed by
Well, that's the part that we see most of it.
Also,
but it is in effect baseline reality.
Well, he said that you were part of the balance, didn't he, Eb? What do you know what he meant by that? Or they meant by that? Sorry.
I'm not sure. But you know, I'm sure we'll see Morchella again. Maybe.
I hope we do
so.
too. Zin!
Straight up. Straight up, because I don't think so.
Zin, Cyril, like, taps your arm and, like, Zin.
Zin, bad timing.
Bad timing, come on.
What?
I think we will see Morchella again, too.
Don't think there's a point in lying to them.
Eb makes a s'more for everyone and passes them around the circle.
Well, I think we will see Morchella again. And I hope it is at a decent distance, though. Like, just confirmation they're alive is enough for me. But, the other stuff I could do without. But that's just me. Yeah, I can't really dress it up any more than that.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here. And Eb elbows Cyril and is like, I'm glad you want to be within reasonable distance of me. Very kind.
Well, I mean, no. well, yes, you are fine, or you're great. You know what? You're great, Eb. And he pushes his arm. He's like, we both almost died back there. We can bond over that. Morchella, definitely more of a distance person for me, but you, after a couple baths, he wink wink, water priest and all that, and you're we're all right being a normal distance.
I was like, all right, a bath. She's thinking about where to find a good mud puddle.
Don't green things ever melt when they touch water.
It's
That's
gonna be
what Lear said. Lear, devils melt when they hit water, right?
That's witches.
That's the same thing.
You just see her rustling from the trees up above, and you see that Lear puts he takes the mushroom off the hook, and then you see the hook go toward Ebb with the s'mores, and he's gonna shake the hook a little bit.
Oh wait, no! I had something I wanted to do.
I wanted to give him the s'more.
Ebb wanted to sleight of hand and try and put the s'more on the branch, like right behind where Lear is, so he can get it.
Okay, all right. So
That's so cute.
that is cute. Yeah, give me a roll for sleight of hand.
Stealth and sleight of hand. Ebb's gonna go give him a s'more. Oh fuck. Well, it's a 16.
We'll say that succeeds when you were able to put a s'more behind Lear on his little branch.
I'm so proud of him. He's so edgy.
S'more fishing in a tree.
He's just literally sitting up there like, I hate these mortals. Ugh,
Guys,
they
that's
don't
the
understand."
album cover. Everyone having a s'mores party and Lear really angry sitting in a tree.
He's just edgy. He's like, he is why Zin is edgy. He is literally the reason why.
He's all the edge.
He's one of the reasons, at least, I'd say.
It's one of the main reasons it is so edgy.
Cyril's gonna look over at Atham and he's gonna be like, but Mammoth in the room as well. Did anyone else notice that the guy there looked like you?
I thought that was obvious. Isn't he just another? Aren't there more? Like, what was that phrase? Everything is Atham?
What?
Oh,
I mean-
I heard the green one say it.
Zin,
The
that's a
green
little-
one.
Okay, Zin, you know her name is Eb, and also that is bordering on heretical to call everything Atham. No offense, Atham, but we're
No, I
Sure,
know it is.
doctrine and
I
all.
know. I
I mean, if it is true, it's only true in a very, very metaphorical sense.
well, like, I just thought
But sometimes
that
metaphors are true.
man that looked
Hey.
like I thought they were the same, related, similar.
Related
Oh,
means the same.
no. I bite into my s'more. I think Zin's been
Atham
talking
is
about
going to
your
speak,
brain.
but everyone hears. Well, okay, most people hear something a little different. Lear hears totally unrelated, maybe distant relative, just happen to have the same hairdo. Everyone else hears close-ish brother from a long time ago.
How long is a long time ago?
Lear hears 10 about a decade ago. Everyone else hears prehistory.
I get you're old, but that makes no sense.
Yep. We were just in a cave filled with a floating bee. Not much else makes sense.
That bee was awesome.
I bite into my s'more again. I feel like when Zin eats a s'more, he's like trying to be cool and calm, but he bites into it and it all crumbles and melts and he gets a little happy. He likes marshmallows. I feel like that's something he would like. Marshmallow.
That's his weakness. That's his human thing is liking marshmallows.
Well, I feel like he kind of likes what I try to develop him. Okay, he's been
No,
talking
I
way too much.
appreciate it.
His
I just
brain,
didn't expect that.
his brain is like kind of getting a little. It's just a lot of words coming from his mouth, and he's
Mhm.
struggling. He needs marshmallow. Only marshmallow help.
Squishmallows.
Oh damn! I would love me a squishmallow.
Well,
I want marshmallow.
I could go
And
for
a
a small right now.
No, it's kind of good, guys. Let's have a
S'more
campfire
break?
session. We all make s'mores.
I was gonna say to Cameron, well, first of all, s'mores do sound really good right now. Second of all, we should try and get a in-person session in at some point, but we'll figure that one out. Anyway,
Yes.
you guys kind of talk a little bit more as the fire dwindles and it starts to become time for bed. Well, Cyril's gonna go into the mortal tent that Eb set up, I guess. Eb, roll me a check real quick, just a survival check. I want to see how shitty or good this tent is actually going to turn out to be.
Wonderful. Hey, 14, man. It's okay. It's all right.
It's a serviceable tent. It's not super fancy, but it gets the job done. Atham's gonna, I guess, just sit by the fire and watch.
Yes.
Ciro's gonna go into the
Although
tent.
I do have a thing to do when we're done all this. So go ahead.
Sure. Ciro's gonna go into the tent. Eb, what are you gonna do?
Eb's gonna eat a couple marshmallows without cooking them. And then I kind of want her to just like go into the tent and curl up at their feet like a little dog.
Okay, that works. Atham stays up. Zin, what are you gonna do?
Well, I have to go to the ASMR tent.
You go to the ASMR tent. You get ready for bed. You sleep. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's probably not gonna be great. Oh! Okay, and then I get some Zin. Oh wow, I rolled really fucking good. Okay. 27?
You toss and turn a little bit, but ultimately you're okay, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Unless you say otherwise.
You can always elect to fail checks.
That is true.
Yeah, I'll fail. I want a little bit of peace and then I'll fail it, you know? I actually rather fail it.
Toward the witching hour, you start to feel a little bit uneasy, and once you let your guard down, all the terrible memories from the past week or so kind of start to flood into you, and you find that you can't sleep, and you kind of have a restless wake up that you start to get up, and what do you do?
I feel like Zin, it's not just that he can't sleep, but he's tossing, he's turning, he's kind of shaking a bit. And when he does wake up, he's in a bit of a cold sweat. And he's kind of just lying there. Maybe. I think he might be at one point when he wakes up and he's kind of like gasping for breath. A little bit.
What does he see, and then what does he do afterward?
What he saw, he can't quite remember, but it feels like he was floating in pure emptiness. And he was almost like he was drowning. he was like gasping for something, reaching for something, but it was like he couldn't breathe. And that's all. There was like nothing, and he was just like gasping there. And he wakes up, and he's just sitting there in a bit of a cold sweat, gasping for breath.
Mm-hmm. And he just stays there.
Yeah, kind of just stays there and he doesn't want to tell anyone or let anyone know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Atham, what did you want to do during the night while everybody was asleep?
Atham is going to use the spell Dream. And we're going to use it on Eb. So, Eb, middle of the night, you hear a knock at a door.
Sick.
Nice. Well, actually, no, does your mind get to describe what's going on?
Eb hears the knock. She's gonna get up and go check. But first, peep through the peephole before opening the door.
How do you see Atham? Like, if you were like, if Eb had to give a mental picture of Atham, how would he look like?
Tall, all black, almost crow-like, like in movements and stuff. Big shiny golden crown, but you can't really look at his face.
I like it. Yeah, so he's standing outside your door.
Eb opens the door.
May I come in?
Oh, okay. Eb opens the door. Walk in.
I have some questions and some answers I wish to exchange with you. It seems I'm not sure if I should call him father. The Black Hand seems to be associated with my brother. I wanted to get some things cleared. In exchange, I'll answer any question you like.
I'm interested. But I also want you to tell me about your brother then, if they're mixed up with each other.
Like I said, any question you like.
Any one question?
No, as many as you want.
Okay. I'm into it. Tea appears because Eb drinks tea in her dreams.
Excellent.
It's cute. We have a tea party.
Excellent. So, physical description of what should I call it? The head of the Black Hand. Your adoptive father. I'm piecing it together a little bit, but I think I understand that as much.
You can call him. Most people say the hand.
The hand. All right.
Yeah.
Physical description of the hand, as best as you can.
Tall, but I don't think taller than you. But he's big.
Would you say unnaturally powerful? Powerfully built, rather?
Yeah. Almost like trouble going through doorways. Think King from Into the Spider-Verse. Like a big man.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if you'd be able to tell this, but were you able to notice how many heartbeats he had? I don't know if that's something you would know. It's not. I can't imagine you'd have gone around listening for it, but
I would imagine one.
okay. I'm asking this because my brother mentioned him as the experiment. I say the number. I just listened to the episode. I forget the number though. Sean, if you could just say that right now, just to fill in.
Wait, sorry. The episode of
Last episode, the subject or
46? Subject 46.
46. Which Just going up current information would link him to my warriors, which Kushin has appropriated for himself.
And
You
40
could. Sorry, Ev, if you want, you could roll for Laura on subject 46 if you want.
yes, I'm confused what Atham's question on 46 is, though.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's any anything that would make the hand stand out from an average person in like a biological sense.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, kind of like that though.
What would I roll for then?
Roll me. Well, okay. That seemed to piss Isha off a lot when asked about test subject 46. So just roll me lore or history, whichever one you'd prefer. Wait, is it lore or is it arcana?
There's the Arcana. There's Arcana.
I mean,
there's
arcana
history.
and history. My bad.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Then 14.
So when it comes to Atham's question, you've heard some whispers about a subject something at the hand. You don't know who it refers to or when, but you know that it's you know that it's older than it's a legend that comes from the hand for like quite a long time. Like it's an urban legend almost, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And when it comes to whether or not your adoptive father would be different, I mean, that is your lore to describe. So then you can tell him as much as you would like about what you think would make your adoptive father different. So does that make sense? Is that
This is up to Reese's discretion and imagination.
yes, as scary as that is.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I can't say subject 46, but when you work in something like the hand and you're part of a group of people who aren't that above, mutation, murder, you really follow the people who are the most equipped to do what they're doing. You follow the strongest people, and more often than not, the most ruthless. I always knew the hand was not right. There was this old rumor. It's like those ghost stories you hear when you're kids, but I always thought it sounded a little too familiar about one of the hands way back decided that in order to be justice, in order to bring justice, he had to be justice. And to be justice, I don't know what he did, but he came back and he was a monster. The lore is that he's still hunting around, the hand, trying one day to make them better, to make them bigger. Apparently he had power like I don't even know. No one really talked about it a lot, but sometimes I swear I would see something like that in the hand.
Right. Okay. You don't think this thing was was the hand himself?
That's a lot to say, but I can't say I ever saw anything concrete, but I don't know. He'd come back from things most people wouldn't walk back from.
Right. Okay. Well, fair is fair. One question. You may ask me something if you like.
Is Atham your real name?
Real? Yes. First, no.
What was-
I've had a lot of different names. My last name was Cyrus. But before that, there was over a dozen. Just as times pass, it's not useful to have the same name throughout history. So yes, Atham is my real name, but it's not the name my parents gave me, if that's what you mean.
Hmm. And how does everybody we run into seem to know you by Atham, even if they don't know you?
Well, most of them. I've had the name Atham for over 300 years. There's no one. There's not many people that are alive that would remember the old name.
I'm sorry. What?
I thought that was obvious.
I'm sorry. What?
Eb
Third
learns what a
Dream
century
Ever
is.
Dream Tea away.
So I've said centuries instead.
Last century, Zin was literally trying to murder me and I was hiding behind your cloak. That was like not that long ago.
Oh. Cent means 100.
Yeah, like the bugs, the little ones.
No. Centipedes have 100 legs.
Yeah, but they move really slowly and they would only get like a
It's
month worth of
the
movement.
It's the physical description, not their travel ability, that informs their name. It is not the mode of travel that informs the name of a centipede. It is the physical attributes of said creature.
300 years? What?
Well, elves live 1,000 years. Seems a bit unfair.
Do I want to know how old you are?
You can ask. You don't have to. I would ask, and I wouldn't. In fact, no. I won't ask. I will insist that you don't go talking about it, though.
Oh, well, you just made it so much more tantalizing by making it a secret, so now you have to tell me.
Okay. Good.
Worry, I'm great at secrets. You know, the other day, Cyril was telling me that sometimes when the sun catches in Zin's hair, what was I talking about?
I think you were keeping a secret, is what you were doing.
I'm really good at yeah.
Right. Well, as near as I can put it, there weren't calendars at the time, or even a written language. Five. Let me check that. Actually, oh fuck, I've forgotten. Let me look at the current date. Sean, what's the current date?
It's just over 5,000 years. Let's just say
5,500 years. There is some wiggle room to round up to 6,000, but that's a bit iffy.
Ab goes to the dream kitchen, pours herself a cup of tea, and then Spit takes all of it.
Right.
Hi.
Well, okay. Well, my turn for a question then. Your aunt, is, I guess, preamble question. Is she your actual aunt, or is it a, like...
Sam, no. In that she has not explained. I think
Okay.
no. Yes.
And she kind of mentioned she's not your blood aunt, but she's in Rhodian culture. She's part of the same clan that you were. So and she was friends with your mother, sisters with your mother. So she's an aunt in that sense. So in Rhodian culture, yes. In a lot of other cultures, no.
Right. Biologically, no, but culturally, yes.
Yes.
Understood. Okay. I guess secondary to that,
No, you can't have her number.
no. Do you want her help?
Um, mm, I don't know what she wants to do, but to be honest, I don't know what I want to do after I kill my father. So
Hmm.
I'm happy to let it play out. It's nice to think you have a family.
Right. Okay. Any other questions?
What are you doing with this group? Like, no offense, but you're a lot smarter than me and Zin. I don't think you really need us around.
Need for solving the puzzles of the universe? No, probably not. But if everything were just a mental puzzle, there wouldn't be need for armies. There's a lot more things like there's a lot of things that you can do that I cannot. There's a lot of things you are good at that I am not, or am not necessarily.
So you
You're
like hanging out with us.
yes. Yes, that is
Yeah.
the shorthand version. But I
Huh.
do need your help.
Yeah, cool. Whatever. It's what friends do. It's whatever. Eb is screaming internally. Because Atham is psychic, does he hear that? Just the random background shrieking.
We're in the mind, so I think
Oh, yeah, we're
if you're
in
yelling
the-
in your mind, it's just
We both sit there at the table. The background is just blaring screams and everything shakes. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I've been in a lot of minds. I'm used to it.
Cool. Cool. Nice. Cool.
All right. Well, that was all the questions I had. If you've got no other questions, I'll be on my way and leave you to your sleep.
Cool. Yeah. Got a lot to think about now, I guess.
All right. Atham's then gonna leave.
Eb goes to bed again, I guess, in her dream.
That works. We'll say that everybody except for Zin kind of sleeps peacefully after that.
Well, I have a second destination.
Oh, okay.
All right. Gideon, far in the south, wakes up to Atham standing in his dream.
Oh my god.
Listen, it's been a long time in the caves. I got to check up on my mail.
We'll have a
We
won't
can
go
keep that
as
for later
projecting
if you
that
like.
far, but we'll say that you have a midnight telephone call with each other.
We'll do the contents later.
No. We can go over it now. We'll just say that projecting yourself that far, that explicitly might be a little powerful. But anyway,
The dream doesn't have range. Sun's on the same plane.
oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess if he's sleeping too. Never mind. Then yeah, continue.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
Yeah, Gideon is just you see him kind of just back in his dream. He's back in the old estate with what was his name? The turtle
yeah.
butler. Was it
Sheldon.
Wilson?
Oh,
Sheldon?
is
Might have been Sheldon.
it Sheldon or is it Chester?
Chester.
Chester.
Okay, there we go.
And his old family and whatnot, and he's just kind of one of those weird dreams. There's like purple giraffes walking in the background and things like that.
Giraffes.
Yeah, he's just kind of like looking around, like, you know, he's still an adult form, and he's like a little tired looking. He's like, he looks over, he's like, I was wondering when you would come by.
Yes, I've been preoccupied with a detour that I did not expect. Do you have the list?
Yes, it is. You will be getting a. It was a bit dangerous to submit over psychic networks, you could say. You actually, it's good that you're contacting me. I was going to contact you whenever I got your signal, and so it seems you've done that immediately anyway. You are going to be met by the agent that I mentioned that was from our security forces that wasn't here to stop the assassination attempt, if you remember, the one who has been doing the mission on the Minervans.
Yes.
His name is Apollos. He shall be meeting you soon. He said that he had gotten a psychic ping that he was tracking down. He has the list on his possession and is en route to your location, he said. He's our best agent in the Antonian intelligence field.
Excellent. Okay. Well, good. If you've done that little tidbit, I've got another task for you. Presumably, you're not too busy.
Well, not at the moment per se, but I do have to meet for the summit soon.
That's fine. Delegate it off. I need you to. I'm going to hand him it's a psychic note. I send him a little memory. That should give you everything you need at the moment.
Which memory do you send him specifically, if I can know?
I send him the super soldier, the updated super soldier dunce that I've been compiling, as well as areas of potential recruitment.
Mm-hmm. Also, Soph, don't worry, we're going to be ending soonish here.
That's what I
thought.
We need to begin. Certain things have changed. I sent him a quick image of Kushim. We need to accelerate plans.
He looks over the memories like, all right, I'll review it, and I'll start setting up as much as I can before I leave. After that, I can't
send messages out to the rest of the Golden Order. Have them concentrate at the building site.
Understood. So like, all right, I should start getting on this immediately. Other than that, just when you see Apollos, just don't mention anything about the arm. You'll know what that means when you see it. Yeah, and it's good to know you're okay.
Atham nods and then leaves.
You can hear the lack of recognition echo through the dreamscape. Gideon's need for a loving father figure go unanswered. As that ends, we'll say that everybody wakes up. You all kind of start packing up, and you'll start making your way to a road, or trying to find a road. As you guys kind of do, you start hearing a galloping one way, and you are able to kind of make your way toward it on the road. And so, with that being said, you guys are just kind of able to hear it sounds like a very large war horse galloping along the road, very close to you, and you're able to make your way and get out on what looks to be kind of a dirt road that is made for countryside, that you can kind of see in the distance a rider is riding up. Who's on horses? Who isn't? What's everybody's feeling right now?
I think how are we? I thought we would be like doubling up.
Yeah, you have Zin. So Zin and Cyril are sharing a horse. Atham and Lear are sharing a horse.
I feel like Lear would not allow that to happen.
Lear is
Well, it's either
like,
that or
Lear
get
is
left
really
behind.
cool.
Atham keeps a swift pace.
Or I can pull a mastiff out of my cloak and he can try and ride a dog.
No, this is funnier. We're doing it
No,
this
I
way.
think it is funnier if we force Lear and Atham, but I was also like, fuck.
Lear
would
is
also
riding on the
force-
same horse as Atham, but like he's not close. Like he's
Neither of them are
riding
talking
on back.
or anything. Like, they're
Yeah.
just...
He's like Athem's on like the saddle back area of a horse. Or Lear is like on the ass of the horse, kind of like just sitting on there.
And they're like, ouch.
He has
But
like
not
really good
like
balance. He
Atham.
he can like. Aren't wings can be used as balance? That could be funny if you just kind of went.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what he does.
He's like making basically a shield, so he doesn't have to talk to Atham. He's just kind of like.
He's kind of enveloped
Behind
himself
that
in the wings.
Just wig in the way.
Mhm.
As you guys get closer to the galloping horse, you see it is a sorry, 1 second here. What is the name of what are they called?
Real type of horse.
Big boy.
It is a what looks to be kind of like a snake person-esque on a horse. But as they get closer, you can kind of see that they have 3 arms instead of the usual 2.
Fucking loser.
And so with that, they ride up and they stop. They look at a psychic shit. They go, you must be Atham. Master Gideon informed me that you would be here via psychic coordinates, as well as the ones that I had gotten myself earlier. At your service, she bows. I am Apollos, the top ranger and intelligence, secret service, and counterintelligence agent of Antania. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to stop his assassination attempt, but I had to be here in order to track down the Minervans, as he decreed that was top priority.
Right. You've got a document for me?
Yes. He's going to dig into his bag and he's going to dig it out and hand it over to you. It's like a little like dossier pamphlet in the manila kind of looking parchment. It mixed between modern sort of dockets or packets like that, but also kind of got the old rougher parchment look. He hands it to you with his third arm and leans over to give it to you. And he wrote,
I accept it and put it into my cloak.
He's going to be he's like, we should get back quickly. It's a day and a half about ride to New Xanter, but the countryside's been a bit riled up. He looks over at the church members of all 3 of you guys and is being like, there's been a recent spread of infections via water supplies within the countryside, and it's taken the church has taken upon themselves under the command of a young paladin by the name of Iman to purge a lot of the villages along the way here. So we're not going to get much rest this way, so we should probably head back as soon as possible.
Purge.
Feeling like
Right.
mumble under my breath.
I'm sorry. For some reason I immediately forgot his name. What was it again?
Apollos.
Apollos. Okay. Is Apollos a member of the Golden Order, or is he just a member of the Atanian?
He's a member of the
Royal Guard.
Italian Royal Guard, Secret Service, whoever you want to call them. Just like the special agents and the secret service. Intelligence agencies of this kind of era. He's one of the top rangers is the top ranger of Antania. And Gideon, as he mentioned before, the reason that a lot of the shit that went down is he had assigned a lot of his major people to Tempelon to figure out what was going on with the Minervans and their psychic shenanigans.
Right. But he's not Golden Order.
He is not specifically Golden Order. I mean, Gideon's probably told him a thing or two, but not too much. you know.
Right. Okay. Fine. All right. Carry on.
All right. Here, let me put in the character archive real quick.
Yes, please.
There we go. You guys start riding back. Does anybody have any comments real quick about what's going on? Any questions for him? If not, we can we can go to a couple of checks I need to make from you guys.
Sticky Iman stealing my murder. That's all I'm thinking.
Stealing my murder. All right, somebody put that in. Sneaky email on stealing my murder, please, into quotes of the day.
While I was in the Underdark. God.
Oh gosh. Atham, I would like you to make a side check.
I check. I'm reasonably good at that. And what do you know? 28.
Ooh, good. As you kind of are running along, you guys have traveled for about half a day. All of a sudden, you feel like the surroundings are very familiar, and you start to get these something weirdly familiar about some trees near the clearing over to the left up ahead. They seem to be very stout and very strong, stalwart-looking trees.
Trees.
Yes.
I noticed some stalwart-looking trees.
Yeah, you know, she feels some energy coming off of them, so it's very familiar.
All right. Well, you know what? We're stopped. I'm gonna go check them out. 1 second. I'll be back. I think of a mortal excuse. Pee break. Then I go off into the woods.
Well, they're right at the edge of the clearing. You kind of just go out to them, and as you do, you hear, oh, and they start to turn really quick to you, and you can kind of see that these trees are not in fact trees, but are ants. And thanks for spoiling my surprise, Soph. You're dead now.
Specifically, they're actually tree ants.
Yeah. Yeah, ants. Yeah, whatever.
They're called tree ants.
They're tree ants. Yes.
Do you want to get copyright striked by? Listen, we're online now. We can't get copyright striked by the Tolkien estate.
Oh God, he's right.
Oh my
the
God,
estate's
wait.
gonna come after us.
We finally got to the part where the one shot is relevant. The infection is the zombies.
Well, partly yes.
The ants, because that's where Feorza was hanging out with. Yes.
Good memory. That's why they're around this area. And tree ants are more in Tempelon than anywhere else. Pretty much only. We'll get to the other parts later. Anyway, the other ones it's like, oh my head. And you can see a couple of them do have like the Golden Order kind of carved into their symbol into their bark. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Atham, is that you? Oh, buddy.
Yes.
Are you back already? We're still nursing that hangover from last time. And you can see in from history check, I won't make you roll. You haven't seen these guys in like 200 years. So they're like, but you know, if you want to party again, you know, a little hair of the beholder that bit you, you know, we could go over to the Golden Pony right now.
Oh no! I'll let you. Listen, you guys look like you need at least another century. I don't want to like cause any lasting damage to you.
No. We should go get some. We should go get some prairie griffin. For
no. I'm putting my foot down. You guys need to get some like spring water right now.
Yeah. There's a spring right next to the Golden Pony. Hey, who are your friends over here? Come on. They beckon over the rest of the group. And I will say that Atham, you do know that the Golden Pony is where many different magical entities that go to drink that don't go to normal bars, obviously, for whatever reason. It's kind of like a interdimensional, interplanar hangout spot. And so the rest of you guys come over. Do you say anything? Zin, Cyril's going to be like, tree
Why are
ants.
at the same time he says that, Zin goes, "Why are the trees talking to us?"
There was a mushroom talking to us not long ago. Why is this surprising?
You have a point.
Yeah, he's kind of got
Thank
us
you.
there, Cyril. Or Zin.
Anyone else say that the trees want to party, and all of a sudden Eb is holding a lot of beverages.
The ant's gonna see this. So like, this one knows the little moss creature knows what we're all about. Oh yeah, and they're gonna pick you up by the hand and be like, party.
Oh my god, party with the end session.
Party.
Yeah, wait, do they move really slow in comparison?
Yeah, they're moving very slowly in comparison. Like, you could have easily gotten out of the way of them picking you up. Whoa, dog bark's going crazy, and he's like slowly going like. He's taking like a very long time to like go. It's like, man, two parties in half a millennia. You're a legend, Atham.
Well, you know, I try.
Not even surprised that he knows the trees. I'm not
Somebody get out the indica sap.
Oh shit.
No, guys, listen, you are clearly still recovering. Go, you guys need like take a nice 100 years, just take a nap, sleep in. Please.
One of them's gonna be like,
I'll be back, but
can't
like
hear you. We're already halfway there, and they're like only like a meter away from you and started walking. They're very slowly walking away with Em, like very, very slowly.
Eb's doing. Could Eb be doing a little jig on their hand?
Eb does do a jig. She does like a little leprechaun jig, and all of a sudden she has beer steins. You don't know where
Let's
they come from.
go!
Beer steins.
Little jig.
Let's
Let
go.
the lady do the little jig. Little jig.
you guys gonna fucking kill your leaves, you know that?
We're only like we're still in our 1500s. We've got to have fun while we can, right?
My god.
Yeah, don't be such a downer, man. Don't be such a fertilizer. Better, you know what they say at them? Better to fertilize than fade away.
I guess they do say that.
Exactly, man. Come on. You were drinking that birch beer like crazy, man. All right, yeah, we're about this is the almost ending. Oh my god, come on.
Atham invented college so he could go and get drunk.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Put that in gossip.
Yeah. Yes.
As,
No. 100%. That's canon now. Atham invented the frat house.
You guys open up into a clearing of what looks to be kind of like a little hobbit cottage with a kind of a deck, or sorry, a like a mezzanine kind of sign almost that says the Golden Pony on it. And out front there's like a little lily pad pond with some very clear, nice looking water, but it's like a massive cottage for what it should be. And just as you're going in the door, you guys can like see a bunch of weird, odd patrons that are shooting off a bunch of weird spells going around as they enter it. And everybody just seems to be having a good time. And Cyril looks over at you and he's gonna be like, I've never been to a college party, have you?
What's that?
And that's where we'll end off.
Nice.
Oh my god. College party with
College.
I'm so excited.
So if you need to go, you can get going after you vote for your quote of the day quote.
Oh, we have so many bangers today.
We got some good ones.
Do have some good ones. So that was going to be the surprise, was the fact that the drunk session was happening soon, but then Reese had to ruin it with her preempting. But I have to say that is kind of weird that actually was like divinely like coinciding.
Divinely ordained, man.
I
To have
know.
to get drunk and play D&D. What can I say?
Yeah. So if you have to go soon, so for whoever else, please feel free to do so. Just like, let's try and figure out soon when we want to do the next session, so we don't do anything last minute. I apologize for it, but now that we've got less people, it should be good.
Well, why don't we aim for next Friday?
I could do that.
Next Friday is 20th.
Is
the
the
20th?
20th.
I'm flying the next day back to.
We could do the Thursday then.
I'm
I
good
think
pretty much any
Thursday-
day.
Wednesday or Thursday could work.
I can do Thursday. I
Well,
can't do Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday?
She said
Thursday, rather? Yeah. No,
Yeah, Thursday
I'm
could
good with
work.
Thursday. That works for me.
Thursday. All right. Put it in scheduling now so we don't forget.
All right, I'll put it in scheduling while you guys vote. So if you already voted, I'll where's the fucking scheduling? There it is.
Yeah, I voted.
Let's
Thank
see.
you guys. This has been really fun.
Yay!
Time
Thank
to
you for
go.
stopping by.
Yay!
Yay!
Sorry,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.
I have to vote for myself. I thought it was great.
Oh,
I know you kind of deserve that. I
yeah.
think that one should win. Is it the one that I chose?
Oh, actually, no.
Oh, then you don't deserve to win.
Ah!
I really like the fratricide, fraternity, eternity. Oh nuts!
I am
Look,
kind of
guys, I
leaning
just
for
died
that too.
today. I think that one's beautiful.
There's so many good quotes from this session. I can't wait for the
Solid
one
session.
random YouTube viewer who's not a part of this at all, but is a fan to put their own 2
Yes.
cents in.
Oh my god!
that'd be
I
great.
sent it to friends.
Quotes of the day.
Oh, I could do a picture of quotes of the day.
You could do that. By the way, feel free to vote for yourself as well, Max. You're
Oh, I did. I voted for B God having B hands because B God is the best god.
Just
Oh!
Cameron's vitriol at it is hilarious.
I love it because I have
He's a
challenged
fucking
Atham to
rat.
give me an actual reason B God is somehow evil.
It's a bee.
No,
It's
but
just me.
because
Bees are
I
evil.
do not see how B God of all things could possibly be a threat to the world.
Yeah, I love how
Too
Cameron hates
much
that
honey,
one.
too much pollination, too many
All right. It looks like
He's
we
a
have
menace.
two winners tonight. We have
I want pictures of B God.
we got it.
He's a public menace.
Menace.
I'll draw a picture of B God for the thing.
All right.
He's a vigilante and a criminal.
Oh, it was both ones I quote.
Is he a vigilante though?
All gods are
He applies the
vigilantes.
law. He thinks he's bigger than the law. His honey.
Literally, he thinks he's a god.
Halo, boom, B God.
Oh my god, he's so godly.
All right. So I have it.
Heresy.
We've got the two heresy everywhere. We've got the two. We got the next session scheduled. Thank God. We've got. It's going to be drunk session next session. I'm prepared for that. That's going to be on Thursday. I set it for 7 p.m., but we can really have it at any time if people want to change it. I just put that in because we didn't put a time. Yeah, and if anybody else needs anything to let me know. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun this session. I was glad to get back to more cutting stuff. Oh, and I want to say I'm very proud of you guys for doing a lot of the story building and inter-character stuff without needing prompting. Very, very cool. I think you guys did a great job with that this session, so thank you very much.
You threatened me last session, and
Very,
I was like,
very
"Fuck, I have to get
cool.
the ball moving."
I was gonna say though, if it ended where Cameron had left a couple of hints about his character, and you're like, I don't know what a century is, and just be like, just leave
fine,
it.
I'll do it myself.
Funny.
That would be very funny though. I did kind of like that. I do like how the characters are so stupid about certain things that they just completely leave a lot of it off.
I just want to mention that much like a vampire, Atham has to be let into buildings.
I should impose stupid rules on that, like that, on you, Cameron, for all the bullshit. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny.
I'm gonna kick Craig real quick.
Craig,